Intuition Tuition, 6 Steps to Sixth Sense in 6 Weeks. Copyright Maria Elita 2007 www.mariaelita.com. Forward by Maria Elita. Intuition Tuition has been written with the intention that all its readers may have the opportunity to access an intuitive part of themselves that already exists. This e-book is about remembrance and reawakening of what already lies within each and every one of us, and the information offered to you in the following pages reflect this philosophy. Whether you already believe you have a heightened psychic sense or reliable inner knowing, or you may be someone who may have no understanding of intuition and are completely new to this style of idea, please know that this ebook suggests ways to refine those innate virtues within you immediately. The truth is, whoever you are and whatever background you may come from, know that this concept is truly not hard to understand, once you know that intuition is simply a natural gift that we are all born with. So my advice is, before you begin to read Intuition Tuition, that you allow yourself to place some of your old belief systems on this type of alternative material aside, and permit yourself to welcome in some new, yet ancient, way of thinking. Let the Intuition Tuition begin. Miracle B. Maria Elita. Intuition Tuition, 6 Steps to Sixth Sense in 6 Weeks. Intuition Tuition Introduction. First of all, let me say, thank you. Thank you for opening yourself up to some new, yet ancient ideas on a subject that has interested human beings since the beginning of time. The truth is, intuition isn't something just accessible to New Age out of this world idealists, waving crystal clusters and chanting mantras in lotus position on mountaintops. Intuition is as old as time itself, as it is something that we all have access to, and the reason we do, is because we are all born with it. Some people refer to intuition as inner knowing, gut feeling, psychic sense and perceptive instinct. You may have caught yourself at times when you have had an intuitive moment, and thought to yourself, how weird was that? Here are some instances of intuition that many people recall. Maybe you will resonate with one or more of these experiences. You've suddenly experienced a strange feeling that something isn't quite right. It's come from nowhere, and within a short period of time you are told some unpleasant news about something unexpected. It's been a long time since you've thought about an old acquaintance. All morning without reason, you think about this person, and by utter coincidence you run into that person as you do your errands for the day. You have just been introduced to a person you've never met. Immediately, without even having exchanged a word, your gut has that strange feeling and you sense that this person is not to be trusted. You find out later by someone else, your gut is right. An experience has panned out exactly as you initially thought it would. However, people around you had convinced you to do something else, because what you wanted to do in the first place didn't make much sense. You find yourself saying, I knew that would happen. I just knew it. As you begin regretting not doing what you truly wanted to do anyway. You line up in the shortest queue at the checkout at the shops, because it's logical it will be quicker. But something tells you this won't be the quickest route. However, you decide to do what's logical anyway. All of a sudden the person in front of you has a problem with an unpriced item or credit card, and you end up standing there waiting while you see the longer queue shorten. At a function you are drawn to introduce yourself to a person and immediately know you will be friends. It's so bizarre because you feel like you've known each other forever, even though this is the initial meeting. You are at your desk, staring out the window, and your thoughts seem to float away into nothingness. Then all of a sudden you begin to think of a friend or loved one. Within seconds the phone rings and it's them, and you say, how weird is that? I was just thinking about you. It's a green light ahead and you have right away to drive through it, but you slow down for no reason anyway. Out of nowhere a car runs a red light, and after the initial shock, you have that strange feeling that you knew that was going to happen. You have had a peculiar feeling around a partner. Nothing seems out of the ordinary, however you just can't work out why you're feeling this way. You keep it to yourself, however within days the other person breaks up with you out of the blue. You pick up the phone to text your friend, and as you begin to write a message, a text comes in from the same friend you are writing to. As you turn the TV on to watch your favorite show, a news flash comes up with information on some breaking news that has just happened. You think to yourself, how freaky. I was only thinking the other day, what if something like that might happen? You have a pile of bills that need to be paid, besides the weekly essentials, and your account is bone dry. You should be stressed out, but something inside you knows you'll be okay, and you tell your family, everything is going to be fine, I just know it. By the end of the week, an unexpected amount of money has come your way and you pay your bills with extra money to spare. It's a hectic morning at the local shops, and it's logical not to drive down the busy section of the center's car park, yet you have a sense today is your lucky day. As you follow your gut feeling, a park becomes available right in front of the main entrance. I'm sure you were able to connect to some of these examples of intuitive experience, and it's now time to understand what this natural phenomenon is all about. Intuition 6 Steps to Sixth Sense in 6 Weeks. What is sixth sense? The following is a list of dictionary definitions of intuition. The act or faculty of knowing or sensing without the use of rational processes, immediate cognition. Knowledge gained by the use of this faculty, a perceptive insight. A sense of something not evident or deducible, an impression. Direct perception of truth, fact, etc. independent of any reasoning process, immediate apprehension. A keen and quick insight. The quality or ability of having such direct perception or quick insight. As someone who has spent many years refining and teaching this subject, my own definition of intuition is this: intuition is a miraculous and natural process that all human beings are born with. It can be equated to the combined insightful dynamic of feeling, sensing, and knowing, beyond any sense of logic, as it is an unconscious phenomenon beyond thought and reason. There are several different ways that intuitive information may appear to a person, and here is a list of the most popular ways intuition may come to you. Clairvoyant, I see. From 17th century French, clair, meaning clear, voyant meaning seeing, hence clear seeing. People who claim clairvoyance usually are very visual people and see insightful visions and may have prophetic dreams. Clairaudient, I hear. Clair, meaning clear, audient, meaning hearing, hence clear hearing. People who claim to be clairaudient may hear an inner voice speak to them with intuitive information. Clairsentient, I feel. Clair, meaning clear, sentient, meaning feeling, hence clear feeling. This is the most popular way most people receive intuition, as this refers directly to gut instinct. Claircognizant, I know. Clair, meaning clear, cognizant, meaning recognition, hence clear recognition. People who appear to be claircognizant are usually those who often have a deep sense of knowing about a situation, without logic or reason. I have found many successful business people naturally understand this way of being and live by this intuitive rule. After reading this list, you may recognize yourself as having experienced one of these intuitive processes, or maybe all of them at some time in your life. I have found most people have a process that they resonate with naturally, as that is the process they find themselves most comfortable with. Whichever one or more you resonate with, simply make a note of this for now, as you will be using this information in the 6-step process shortly. Intuition 6 Steps to Sixth Sense in 6 Weeks. The 6 Steps of Intuition. Now that you have a brief understanding of intuition and hopefully realize that I'm not talking about something that is totally out there and strange, rather naturally normal, it's time to look at the basic steps that will help you refine what you already have within you. The 6 steps. 1. Believe in it. I am an intuitive being. Know without a doubt that you were born with an innate intuitive intelligence that is your absolute natural birthright. 2. Connect to it. Connect to the intuitive process you resonate with. Recognize your strongest intuitive processes and begin to consciously make connection to them as they occur. 3. Let go and feel it. Stop trying to figure it out, and begin to feel it out. Create a mind map, to declutter excessive thoughts that cloud your mind and keep you in your head. 4. Write it down. Journal your thoughts and experiences related to your own intuitive moments that you are now able to recognize. 5. Meditate on it. Introduce reflection or meditation time each day to help clear the mind and connect you with the moment. 6. Trust it. Learn to let go of your fears and trust your intuition, no matter what. Step 1. Believe in it. I am an intuitive being. Know without a doubt that you were born with an innate intuitive intelligence that is your absolute natural birthright. Yes, everyone is born with an intuitive intelligence, however most of us are taught not to trust this natural process or even be aware of it. By truly understanding this concept and consciously affirming the above quote each and every day, is a vital part of the 6-step program. As you had read through examples in the beginning of this ebook, I am sure you can relate to at least one of those experiences. And by relating to even just one experience, shows you that intuition has been a part of your life. Many of us have fear-based belief systems about alternative or non-mainstream practices, and here is an opportunity for you to put those fears to the side, to now begin testing your own intuitive intelligence. Also, I'd like you to know that whether you truly believe in intuition, gut feel or instinctual knowing right now, your beliefs do not stop this phenomenon from happening. Just like the beating of your heart, or the breathing in of air, intuition continues around you every day. As someone who has coached many people on this subject, and mainly through experiential teaching, I have seen that people who consciously believe in the power of intuition and use this innate wisdom as an extra tool to enhance opportunities in their life, live in a more carefree space. So step 1 is to confirm to yourself that intuition is simply a natural process and truly begin to believe it. Step 2, connect to it. Connect to the intuitive process you resonate with. Recognize your strongest intuitive processes and begin to consciously make connection to them as they occur. As in the previous chapter on what is sixth sense? It's time to understand in which way do you mainly receive intuitive information. Even if you are still unsure, please make an effort to truly go back to some moments in your life where you may have said things like, "Funny that. How strange. I knew that would happen. Now isn't that totally bizarre?" Statements like these around unexplained experiences may make it easier for you to resonate with an intuitive process. When you have connected to the intuitive process that has best worked for you, it's time to do absolutely nothing with it. Nothing? Yes, nothing. All you need to do now is simply be aware that, for example, your intuitive intelligence comes to you mainly through a claircognizant manner, because there have been countless times where you have found yourself saying, "I knew it. I just had a knowing that would happen!" And when you have acted on that inner knowing, something amazing happened, and when you didn't, you paid for it as well. I believe that 9/10 THS of all healing and growth comes from awareness. The simple fact is, when you become more aware of how you receive intuitive intelligence, something automatically registers within your consciousness and you begin to attract more of these experiences. So step 2 is connect to and accept what you already know. Step 3, let go and feel it. Stop trying to figure it out, and begin to feel it out. Create a mind map, to declutter excessive thoughts that cloud your mind and keep you in your head. One of the biggest challenges I have found from people, in business especially, who have issues connecting to their own intuitive intelligence, is that they simply live too much in their head. Most of us are taught to be logical and work things out, and although that's truly important, there appears to me that we have excessively tapped into the thinking logical part of ourselves and totally forgotten the feeling intuitive part of our beings, leading to no balance. I have developed a way to help with the decluttering of the mind and have seen this method work over and over again. What you will need to do is acquire a notebook or journal and begin by writing down everything in your life that you seem to not be able to work out. A mind map example is, where will I get the money to pay my bills? How can I lose 10 kilos before Christmas? When am I going to feel better? Why can't I just be happy? Each day do this when you are feeling heightened with thought overload, and simply acknowledge what you have written down and allow yourself to know that in time the answers will be revealed. Accept that intuition may play a key part in the role, and you are willing to work with that. This doesn't mean you do not have goals around the thoughts you are working out. It's simply a conscious process to work on decluttering your mind's worrying energy surrounding a whole heap of thoughts you probably didn't know existed in the first place. So step 3 is declutter your thoughts immediately. Step 4, write it down. Yes, write it, intuition, down. Journal your thoughts and experiences related to your own intuitive moments that you are now able to recognize. This process is entirely separate from the mind map, as it is about recording intuitive instances in your life that you are aware of. You may wish to write these down in this manner: what was the experience? How did I receive this information? What intuitive process do you relate that to? Before the phone even rang, I was thinking about having a chat with Mum about a problem I'm having. I just knew it was going to be her when I picked the phone up. It was a really strong feeling I had, and it also came with a complete sense of knowing. Partly clairsentient and also claircognizant. I went to book a flight to see my friend next week. As I was processing the flight over the internet, I stopped. Then my friend called to say she needed to reschedule the date. I heard a no in my mind. It was loud and clear. Clairaudient. The main reason I advise people to do this is you will have a personal log of documented intuitive instances that you are attracting into your life. As you record these, what organically happens is that you become more confident with the understanding that there is an invisible knowing that guides you in many ways. This journaling process hasn't been designed to be continued for a long period of time. It is more about creating a new habit of self-awareness, and once that habit is set, you will automatically begin to live in manner directed to this new yet ancient way of thinking. Or is that feeling? So step 4 is to document what is absolutely natural. Step 5, meditate on it. Clear your mind in the moment. Introduce reflection or meditation time each day to help clear the mind and connect you with the moment. Most people get extremely nervous when I mention meditation. Unfortunately, we have been conditioned to believe that meditation is something extremely difficult to learn, and we may end up investing loads of money to learn it effectively. Yes, this can be true. However, meditation can be as simple as watching grass grow. My definition of meditation is this: meditation is the process of absolute being, where one's mind focuses on the entirety of the moment, without actively requiring the mind to be productive, other than to connect to the essence of what is. Many people come to me so I can help create clarity in their lives. But the truth is, clarity must come from within the individual themselves. It takes time and effort to do this, similar to someone wanting to strengthen their abdominal muscle by doing sit-ups. The change doesn't happen overnight, yet it will happen. The meditation question I ask people is, what is the one thing you do that you find yourself totally being in the moment and not thinking about 1,000,001 things that usually clutter up your day? Here are some responses: fishing, watching the ocean, lying under a tree, staring at clouds, gardening, sitting in a bath with relaxing music, watching grass grow, painting, strolling in a park. As you can see, meditation can be so many things. Whatever resonates with you that keeps you in the moment, then that's what you need to do a little of each day. So step 5 is to relax each day and get in the moment. Step 6, trust in it. Trust your intuition and yourself. Learn to let go of your fears and trust your intuition, no matter what. Over the years, what I've noticed mainly with successful people who truly understand the concept of intuition, is that they have a high ability to trust themselves, no matter what. This is why entrepreneurs like Sir Richard Branson follow a 30-second gut rule, where they can rely so much on their gut feel, which they have refined over time, and they have learnt to trust and base many decisions around that. I call this the let me check into my gut policy. Some people refine this ability well enough where they get a strong no or yes intuitive sign, within an express period of time. That's why this step in the process is probably one of the most important overall. As I have said earlier, intuition is a natural process we are all born with, and we are organically open to intuitive opportunities each and every day. The reason why people don't go with their inner knowing, sense or feeling, is that they have learnt not to trust it and themselves. As intuition comes to us in an unexpected, yet immediate process, it's vital you understand that you are given a choice at that exact moment whether to react for or against what your intuitive intelligence is guiding you to do. Know that this takes practice to begin to trust your intuition, and I advise you to be kind on yourself as you allow this journey to organically transpire. So step 6 is to trust, and let go of your fears. Intuition 6 steps to sixth sense in 6 weeks. The 6-week intuition experiment. Now that I have briefed you on intuition, the sixth sense, the processes related to this and the 6 steps of how you can connect to your own intuitive intelligence, it's time for you to take this knowledge and experiment with it over the next 6 weeks. As it takes 3 to 4 weeks to change or create a new habit, the 6-week experiment is designed for you to really transform your way of thinking, and help you connect to your natural self. All you need do is follow the 6 steps as outlined in the previous chapter, incorporate them a little by little in your day and just allow this process to organically evolve. There is no need to control or force an outcome. This is simply an experiment on altering your conditioned behavioral patterns and noticing that by doing this you become more aware of the intuitive world around you. I am proud to say that over the years I have assisted many people, from business people, to athletes, to everyday mums and dads, refine their intuition and have witnessed some amazing results. You see, it truly doesn't matter if you are a business person, a housewife, a gardener, a teacher, a student, a lawyer, a healthcare worker or retired. Whoever you are, no matter what you do, you too can refine your intuitive intelligence. It's simply a matter of allowing you to work with life and not against it, as you begin to trust, accept, explore and feel. Here are some of the sorts of feedback comments I hear from people who have discovered a world of intuition. My head feels clearer. I have been feeling a lot calmer. I'm nowhere near as stressed as I was. Life seems to be free-flowing. I have been making wiser decisions. I'm a lot happier with myself. It's amazing because I've finally learned to trust myself. Somehow I've begun to learn to balance my life too. My relationships are more stable and real. I enjoy saying I know and really mean it. I've started to feel again after I had shut that down. This way of living has been making things easier. I'm finally living in my truth. I've felt a lot more secure and less fearful. Intuition is easy when I learned to let go of control. So it's now time for you to simply believe, connect, let go, feel, write, meditate and trust. Go on, you deserve it. An ode to living in the moment. Life is a new freckle upon my cheeky son's tiny nose, a squealing toddler running under a cool summer hose. A lonely tear sliding off a warm reddened cheek, a worm dangling from a mother hen's dirty beak. A bright green weed peering out from a dull shrub, a yellow rubber duck floating in a warm soapy tub. A map of stretch marks on our new mum's rounded belly, a bowl of blue, green, red, orange and yellow jelly. A laughter so loud it brings water to my eyes, a preschool child's inquisitive question of whys. A high-five celebration after a successful quest, a stream of yawns before a well-earned rest. A purring kitten nestled comfortably on a lap, a sticky set of fingers from poking a tree's sap. A sandal filled with sand from a walk on the beach. A father's first hug when returning from a war out of reach. A time when I did not know what time really meant. A bill that's been overdue and now is finally paid and sent. A hint of a breeze on a day in the middle of December. A host of memories like these for us all to remember. Miracle B. Maria Ilitta.